Assalamu alaikum, welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. The headlines. The Council of Somalia ulama condemned Israel violation and aggression against the sovereignty of the Republic of Somalia. The Speaker of the National Assembly received a high-level Japanese parliamentary delegation. في international scene Gaza phase نفست economical phase with 18% unemployment rate. Those were the headlines and welcome to the national news. The Somali Council is going to organize a public demonstration here today in Mogadishu, the capital of Somalia, at the time of the annual sultry in the city center. So, according to our correspondent, the demonstration aimed to condemn the parenting violation and aggression by Israel against the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Federal Republic of Somalia. On this occasion, the Somalia Council of Scholars used a statement clarifying its position. In their statement, the scholars affirmed the unity of Somalia since 1960, calling for the resolution of political dispute through dialogue and peaceful means while respecting national unity and the country's higher interest. It is worth noting that Somali citizens participating in the demonstration expressed their categorical rejection of any attempt to divide the country, affirming their unwavering commitment to the unity of the Somali state and the cohesion of its people. The African Union Peace and Security Council had condemned Israel's connection of Somaliland and demands its immediate withdrawal, with more detail in this report.
The Council stressed that this recognition has no basis in international law and called on Israel to withdraw it immediately, recalling that no unilateral modification of the legal statute of a region belonging to the Union is acceptable. It reaffirmed its commitment to the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Federal Republic of Somalia, emphasizing that any such declaration is illegitimate and constitutes a violation of international law and the Charter of the African Union. The Council also underscored the need for peaceful dialogue between Somaliland and the Somali federal government to resolve disputes, recalling that respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of member states is a cornerstone of peace and stability in Africa.
Following the meeting of the African Union Peace and Security Council held yesterday, Tuesday, January 6, 2026, at the ministerial level regarding the unilateral recognition of self-proclaimed Somaliland region by Israel, the Republic of Jordan welcomed the adoption by the African Union Peace and Security Council of the communique confirming its commitment to Constitutive Act of the African Union, the Chapter of the United Nations, and the equality of border. Indeed, the PSC condemned this unilateral recognition by Israel and called for its recognition, affirming that no entity can alter the borders of member states, recalling that such a declaration is legal, null, and void, while warning against the risk of illegal border. And now the United Arab Emirates reaffirmed its support for Somalia's unity and sovereignty during talks with the African Union, which report with Dini.
President of the African Union Commission, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, held talks with the UAE Minister of State for Foreign Affairs in the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. The two officials reviewed several regional issues, notably developments in Somalia, as well as peace and security challenges in the Horn of Africa region. Both sides highlighted the close link between stability in the Horn of Africa and security in the Gulf region, particularly with regard to maritime security and regional security more broadly. They also reaffirmed their support for Somalia's sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity, while clearly expressing their rejection of the illegal measures taken by the Israeli government.
The Arab League condemned the Israel Foreign Ministry's visit to Hargeisa and affirmed support for Somali Unite. From a report with Dini.
In an official statement, Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abdul Ghaith said the visit constituted a doomed attempt to legitimize Israel's efforts to recognize the secession of northwestern Somalia outside the framework of national sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Somali state. Abdul Ghaith reaffirmed the Arab League's clear and consistent position, rejecting any form of official or quasi-official relations with separatist entities operating outside the territory of the Somali federal government. He stressed that such actions represent a blatant violation of Somali's unity and sovereignty, poses a serious threat to regional peace and security, and risks exacerbating political tensions in Somalia, the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, and the Horn of Africa region.
The Speaker of the House Representative received a delegation from the Japanese House of Councillors. His Excellency, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Delita Mohammed Delita, received today, Wednesday, a high-level delegation of Japanese parliamentarian headed by a member of the Japanese House of Councillors. The delegation included in addition to other members of the Japanese House of Councillors, the Ambassador of Japan to Republic of Djibouti also present at the meeting were member of the National Assembly, who member of the Djibouti-Japan Parliamentary Friendship Group, the chair of the Social Development, Finance and Defense Committees, and the Secretary General of the National Assembly. For her part, Councillor Hakiko Kunya expressed her great pleasure at the warm welcome she received and emphasized the importance of institutional dialogue between legislators and foundation of a strengthened bilateral and multilateral partnership in a rapidly changing international context. In his address, the Speaker of the National Assembly, the late Mohammed Later, expressed his profound pleasure and pride in welcoming this delegation. He emphasized that this visit flows within the framework of bilateral parliamentary dialogue, which is a fundamental means of strengthening institutional cooperation, mutually understanding, and consolidating friendly relations between the two countries. During this visit, a delegation from the Japanese House of Councillors returned the House of Councillors and the Chamber of the Standing Committee. This experience helped them gain a better understanding of the National Assembly's constitutional responsibility, the legislative process, and the mechanism for overseeing the government's work. For their part, the delegation from the Japanese House of Councillors expressed their deep gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Delita Mohammed Delita for the warm welcome they received. The Prefect of Region Tajora Mohammed Abbas, accompanied by a large delegation, including the Vice President of the Regional Council, paid an official visit to the Lieutenant Tourist Center. This project was initiated by a young native of the Lopec region, a map of the Jewish diaspora illustrating the growing commitment of Jewish people to national development. This visit follows the recognition given by the head of state to the Jewish diaspora during a ceremony held at the People's Place, highlighting the strategic role of the diaspora in the country's influence and growth. During the visit, the prefect commended the implementary achievement, creativity, and initiative of members of the diaspora who not only contribute to Djibouti's international standing but also actively and concretely participate in its economic, tourism, and social development. During the visit, the governor praised the outstanding achievement, creativity, An initiative of diaspora would not only contribute to an Djibouti's international standing but also actively participate in economic, tourism, and social development. He encouraged local authorities to support such a private initiative which creates job opportunity and post the region's tourism potential. He also affirmed his support for innovation project led by young Djiboutian, both citizen and member of the Djiboutian diaspora, and pledged his active participation in their development. And now, as part of their mission, they regulated the local market and protect consumers. A team from the Ministry of Trade conducted extensive price and inventory monitoring inspection in the Arta region on January 5, 2026. The aim of the operation was to improve inventory management, ensure the availability of food products in the market, and verify compliance with a price provided by the Ministry of Trade. Following this inspection, the inspectors meet with managers of storage and distribution facility in the region, where they inspected the stocks of essential commodities, including rice, cooking oil, sugar, and dairy products, and checked the product expiration date. Of international scene, West African Development Bank received global environment facility approval for three major climate projects in West Africa. For more detail, in this report.
The African Development Bank has reached a major milestone in supporting sustainable development in West Africa after securing approval from the Global Environment Facility to finance three major climate projects. These initiatives, entirely designed and structured by the bank, target three countries: Benin, Burkina Faso, and Mali, with the aim of strengthening their capacity to adapt to climate change and promoting environmental sustainability across the region. The projects will benefit from a total grant exceeding 29 million US dollars.
Another Gaza phase unprecedented economic collapse with implement reaching 80% for more with Dini.
It's currently experiencing the worst economic crisis in its recent history, following more than 2 years of conflict between Palestinians and Israel. According to the United Nations, the unemployment rate in the Gaza Strip has reached 80%, the highest level ever recorded, reflecting a deep humanitarian and social crisis affecting more than 2 million people living in an area of just 365 square kilometers. The UN report notes that Israeli restrictions on the movement of goods and people, particularly the ongoing border blockade, have almost completely paralyzed economic activity and led to the collapse of many small and medium-sized enterprises. Essential infrastructure, including electricity, water, and health services, has also been severely affected.
That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and have a wonderful evening.